Last week, international charity the Red Cross declared the current disaster facing the NHS a humanitarian crisis, a term also used for such horrors as the Ebola outbreak and the earthquake in Nepal. This was met by a barrage of refusal from the Conservative Party, including PM Theresa May accusing the comments of being irresponsible. But what are the facts behind the NHS crisis, and is it really a humanitarian disaster? First, what's important to understand is the strain that faces and will face the NHS. Britain currently has an ageing population. For the first time in our history, we have more than 11 million people over the age of 65, and for the moment, that number only looks like it's going up. Rates of obesity are also on the rise, partially due to a lack of government intervention in the food industry. Obesity rates have increased from 13.2 to 24.4% in men, and from 16.4 to 25.1% in women since 1993. All this while the government continues to underfund the NHS, cuts leading to a reported £30 billion worth of shortcomings in funds over the next 4 years. Now onto the current crisis. Throughout the winter, the NHS often gets overloaded, this year being no different. This has led to a massive lack of resources, especially in the amount of beds. Overall, 95% of hospital beds were full from the 2nd to the 8th of January, far over the 85% full levels deemed as safe. Furthermore, over a third of hospital trusts went into Opal 3 or 4, meaning they were, quote, unable to deliver comprehensive care. Indeed, A&E departments have shut their doors to patients over 40 times in just the last week. Additionally, almost 500 patients were left waiting for more than 12 hours in just 1 week, 3 times the level for the whole of January last year. In one horrendous example, an elderly woman died after spending 35 hours waiting on a trolley in A&E at Worcestershire Royal Hospital. Now on to whether this disaster, while obviously horrendous and unacceptable for a rich and developed country, counts as a humanitarian crisis. According to Wikipedia, a humanitarian crisis is defined as a singular event or series of events that are threatening in terms of health, safety, or well-being to a community or large group of people. Indeed, most definitions don't mention any specific failures, so whether to label this disaster in its current state as a humanitarian crisis is really a matter of choice. But with the record-long waiting times and the emergence of stories like in Worcestershire Royal Hospital, there seems to be a mounting case in favour. Thanks for watching.